Have you ever laid in bed for just a moment too long because you were actually dreading the sharp creak in your knees or the tightness in your lower back the moment your feet hit the floor? It's a quiet, nagging fear that many of us over 60 silently carry. Is this morning stiffness just normal aging? Or is it the first warning sign of a body that is slowly locking up, threatening your independence, and turning simple tasks like putting on socks into a painful ordeal? It is a terrifying thought to imagine a future where your world shrinks because your joints refuse to cooperate. But what if I told you that the stiffness you feel at 7 a.m. isn't a permanent condition, but a physiological state you can reverse before your kettle even boils? You don't need a gym membership or aggressive medication to fix this. You need to understand the fluid dynamics of your own joints. We are going to walk through the 3 specific, gentle movements I do every single morning to lubricate the spine, secure my balance, and erase that feeling of being old before the day even starts. The reason you feel like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz when you first wake up is actually due to a substance called synovial fluid. Think of it as the motor oil for your joints. When you sleep and remain still for hours, this fluid becomes viscous and gel-like, essentially gluing your joints together, which is why forcing movement immediately feels so abrasive and dangerous. Most seniors make the critical mistake of reaching for coffee or painkillers immediately, masking the signal instead of fixing the mechanic. But the secret is to gently heat that fluid so it turns back into a lubricant. The first move I do while I am literally still lying under the covers addresses the #1 insecurity we all face as we age: the fear of falling. I start with ankle alphabets. It sounds almost too simple to work, but your ankles are the primary sensors that tell your brain where the ground is. If they are stiff, your balance is compromised the second you stand up. By tracing the alphabet with my toes for 60 seconds, I am waking up the proprioceptors, the body's GPS system, ensuring that when I do stand, my foundation is solid, erasing that wobble that shatters our confidence. Once the feet are awake, we have to address the spine, because nothing screams old age quite like the gradual hunching over that compresses our organs and shortens our breath. Before I walk to the kitchen, I sit on the edge of the bed for the seated cat-cow. You might think your back hurts because it's weak, but it usually hurts because it's rigid. By placing hands on knees and gently rounding the back on an exhale, then arching the chest forward on an inhale, we are manually pumping that synovial fluid through the vertebral discs. This isn't about flexibility. It is about hydration for your spine. If you skip this, you carry that stiff bored feeling all day. But doing it for just 1 minute signals your nervous system that it is safe to move freely. Why accept a limited range of motion when your body is actually begging for this release? This final movement is the one that changes your entire energy for the day. And it happens while the coffee is brewing. It addresses the tightness in the chest and shoulders that comes from years of gravity pulling us forward. I utilize the kitchen counter for a thoracic extension. Placing hands on the counter and gently walking feet back, lowering the chest between the arms, opens up the rib cage. This is crucial because as we age, our lung capacity often diminishes simply because our posture collapses, making us feel tired and winded faster. This stretch opens the airways and resets your posture to upright and confident. If you found value in this routine and want to fight back against the narrative that getting older means getting slower, please like this video. It's a vote that tells us you want more practical, longevity-focused content. And I need to know from you in the comments, when you wake up in the morning, which specific body part gives you the most trouble? Is it the lower back, the knees, or the hips? Let's talk about it below.